Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is HOOTMONEY here with another video for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about all of the stocks that have high short interest, and we're going to be going over the most up-to-date numbers according to ortex.com. Some of the stocks that we are going to be going over today are AMC, GameStop, Clover Health, Workhorse, and Lordstown Motors. If you guys appreciate all of these videos that I am making for you guys on short interest and short squeezes, then I will highly appreciate that early thumbs up on the video. It's the #1 thing you can do to help out a small creator like myself. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, so we're going to start out here with AMC, and as you can see, here are the most up-to-date numbers. So short interest has been going down on AMC. It reached a peak at around 17.45% on June 3rd, and ever since then it has fallen down, and it made a low here of about 11%. Then it went right back up to 12.7% as of Wednesday, and as of Thursday, which is yesterday, and this is the most recent number, it went to 11.77. So with that being said, we're going to be taking a look here at the stock price of AMC, and I made a technical analysis on this from my last video, and right now we're at a major support level, which is $43 per share for AMC, and it seems to be picking up, so it might be following this pink arrow. And what we really need to look for is, as you can see, it used this 25 EMA line as a resistance point right here, but beforehand it was using that as a support point on right here and even right here. So the 25 EMA line, which it used to use as support, it is now using as a resistance level. So we have to see, as this thing approaches around $47 per share, if there is selling pressure, then it will be continuing into this bearish trend, and it could definitely go back to the $43 per share line. Now the volume, as you can see, has been trending downwards, and today is no exception. The volume is pretty low compared to some of the bigger days that we saw over here in the past. So with volume decreasing as well as short interest decreasing, I definitely don't think the next squeeze for AMC will be as large as this first run up that we saw here. However, many people do disagree with me, so feel free to leave a comment. The next stock that we're going to be talking about is GameStop, or GME. So this one's pretty similar to AMC, and as you can see, the short interest went from about 20% of the free float all the way down to 17%. So I guess there still is pretty high short interest on GameStop, and when looking at its chart here, as you guys can see, it is currently in a free fall. It did use this 25 EMA line as support, as you can see here, throughout its rally, and then it dipped below that 25 EMA line, and it's now in a free fall, and I believe it'll probably find support around this 190 level at the 200 SMA. There's no real pattern in its volume, so its volume is pretty spontaneous. It has hit this level of volume a few times now, so there can always be a volume spike of buying pressure for GameStop. So if you are a trader for GameStop, I think getting in at this level right here in this purple box would be a decent place to put your buy orders if you are bullish on GameStop. If you guys want up to $70 in free stock just for signing up and funding your account with at least $1, you can sign up for Public using the link below, and yeah, you get basically what is free money. Public is a great investing application. It is very similar in user interface to that of Robinhood, but it is an investing social media, so you can follow people on Public. You can follow me. You can see my YouTube portfolio, which we vote on every single week, and you can see other people as well. The YouTuber Graham Stephan, which many of you guys know of, has an account there as well, so you can follow him. You can follow the whole team at Public. They do town halls with CEOs on their social media platform. So recently the DraftKings CEO was talking and taking questions from the users of Public. And with all that being said, I just really enjoy my experience with using Public. I like it better than any other investing app on my phone, and I definitely think it is the future of investing, combining a stock brokerage and a social media platform in one place. So use that link below in the description or in the pinned comment section, or if you just download the app from the App Store or Google Play, you can use code HOOTMONEY to sign up and you get up to $70 in free stock. So without further ado, let's get back into the video. The next stock that we have on this list is Clover Health. So as you can see, on Wednesday, it peaked at 47.47% shorted of the free float. And as of yesterday, on Thursday, it is down to 45.21% short interest of the free float, and the days to cover has been coming down a lot. So the chart for Clover is definitely very interesting. As you guys can see, it reached a peak over here at about $28 per share, and ever since it hit that point, it has been in an absolute free fall, going all the way back down underneath this 25 EMA line, which is that blue line right there. Now with Clover, it never really found support on this 25 EMA line like GameStop and AMC. However, it is now finding resistance on this 25 EMA line. As you can see right here, it never was able to get above that blue line, so it is not looking too pretty for Clover in my opinion. And with volume dying down, as you can see here, it is in a clear downtrend of volume. I definitely think this one has some more room to fall, and I think a lot of the shorts definitely did reload in the $22 to $18 range, so these shorts are currently in the money. And as you guys saw, the short interest started to fall, so some of these shorts are covering their shorts at these lower price levels around $15, so shorts are actually taking profits on Clover currently. The next stock that we have here is Workhorse. So Workhorse is very, very similar to Clover. It has a very, very high short interest at 52% of the float as of yesterday on Thursday. And as you can see, the days to cover has been relatively still at 3.5, which is much higher than some of these other stocks. And the days to cover, the higher the value, the more potential it has for a short squeeze. So just keep that in mind. Now taking a look at Workhorse's chart here, as you can see, it did use this 25 EMA line to find support on its ride up on multiple different points, and now it has gone underneath this 25 EMA line, and it is looking kind of similar to some of these other charts. The volume has also been more sporadic on this one, kind of similar to how GME's volume was, with different points having increased volumes on random spikes. As you can see here, there are just random spikes of volume, and in the recent days it has overall gone down. As you can see, the volume is much lower than it has been in the past trading week. Now from a longer term perspective, this one was all the way up at 40 and it dropped all the way down. As you can see, it crashed and has been trading sideways ever since. But as you can see over here, the 25 EMA and the 200 SMA, which are these blue and pink lines, as you can see, those recently crossed, which is actually a very, very bullish signal for Workhorse. And there was a signal from Ortex that we are going to be going over right now, and I made a video on Workhorse earlier today, so definitely check that out. It's a bigger detailed explanation of Workhorse. Yesterday, Ortex gave Workhorse a short squeeze type 3 rating. About 78% of the time when they give these ratings for Workhorse, it does result in a profit, and when these signals do hit for Workhorse, it gives a mean return of 60%. So I think the odds for a short squeeze are definitely very, very high with this one. They haven't given a signal with this high conviction for any other stock in the past week, so I definitely think Workhorse has the most potential for a short squeeze of any other stock. The next stock that we have on this list is Lordstown Motors. So Lordstown Motors, as we can see, it started all the way up here just about a month ago at about a 31% short float, and it has decreased all the way down to 28%. So it's actually still pretty high for Lordstown Motors, and it has been increasing in the past 2 days. So we're back at a 29.25% short interest currently. This chart looks nothing like the rest of these charts. It recently dipped down because the company said that they don't have enough cash for production, and it squeezed back up, and then it's down, and then it just looks completely different than any of these other charts. So it doesn't really have the same correlation, although you can definitely make the argument that it's now in a downtrend, as this 200 SMA and the 25 EMA has currently crossed, and you can see that there is strong resistance at this 25 EMA level, and it's approaching the 25 EMA level again. So as it approaches this blue line or the 25 EMA level, you need to see whether or not it bounces down off that, or if it breaks through. If it breaks through, then yes, there will definitely be short covering, but I think the likely scenario, since it is in a downtrend, is that it'll bounce downward off of that line. So those are the updated short interest numbers as of Thursday, June 10th, and it definitely seems like the volume has gone down on a lot of these short squeeze names that we have been hearing, and perhaps this does mean that some of the short squeeze hype is consolidating. I'm currently not long or short on any of these positions besides for Workhorse, where I YOLO'd about $200 into a call option that I'm prepared to basically lose all of that money, and I definitely would not recommend risking any more money than you are willing to lose on any of these stocks. And I also think if you guys do want to be day trading, perhaps wait for a clear buy signal before getting into some of these stocks, because a lot of them are currently in a downtrend. So just keep that in mind when trading these stocks. Although I don't really think that technical analysis is the best indicator of what's going to happen for a stock, it is very, very hard to trade these short squeeze stocks because they don't really rely on fundamentals as much as they do on social sentiment. So it's most important to keep track of social sentiment way more than any of these indicators that I saw here. And I think the best indicator to keep track of social sentiment is volume. It's typically being talked about more as it is being traded more. So if volume is going down, that is definitely not a good sign for a short squeeze to occur. And a general rule of thumb, although it's not always true, and the counter argument could be made with Tesla stock, is if something is up hundreds of percent in just a few months, it typically has a lot of room to fall. Now, Tesla has definitely defied these odds over the years. However, not every stock is Tesla, so keep that in mind while trading these stocks. I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.